Okay guys, I'm Raffi Ervolino and today I will reveal you step by step how we did the $2.3 million in one single launch in April 2025 with a client of mine. If you don't know me, I'm the founder of MillionCopy.com, a direct marketing company specialized in scaling business that already generate at least $1 million per year or that already have a structured team. You can check some of our case study on our website or click on the link below at the end of this video. So even if the strategy that I'm revealing you is a tailor-made strategy for my client, for this specific client, so based on his goal and his situation, there are a lot of principles that could be applied to every business. So it doesn't matter if you are in a different niche or you sell in a different country. The client I'm talking about is in the trading investment niche. He sells in Italian and the English market. He's an excellent trader. Now let's start from the first principle that you should apply every time you want to launch something. The first principle is novelty curiosity. What it means, especially in this niche, there are so many players that copy each other. The people every day, they see hundreds and hundreds of ads that say always the same stuff, that sell the same product, the same strategy, martingala, the copy trading, and so on. Now what we do, we need to grab their attention with something totally new that they never heard to trigger their curiosity. How we do this? We do it in two ways. One, creating a unique marketing message that it's the big idea, and I will explain what it means. And second, we do actually with our product or service, creating a unique mechanism. And now I will tell you what it means. In our case, he really created a new software, a new strategy that works in totally different way from everybody else. Now, of course, I cannot tell you how he created this product or service because this is actually his business secret. So I cannot tell you how it works, the back end of his software. So what I can tell you is that even, for example, he had a strategy that everybody knows, we could still refrain in totally different way so that actually for the people it looks something new. So I will give you an example of what I mean. Do you know what is it, the tripwire? If not, the tripwire is a different way to say lead magnet, okay? The tripwire is actually, it's a creation of the two famous American marketers that to sell their product and to not say the same classic word, hey, to sell your product first you have to offer to your client a lead magnet. They actually change the name, they reframe the name of the lead magnet and call it tripwire. So the people start to ask to themselves, hey, but what is this tripwire? I never heard about this tripwire. They're really curious. And the people actually start to study their marketing material and buy their stuff because their intention was to learn what it was the tripwire. But this tripwire was nothing else than the lead magnet. Okay, but if they would use the lead magnet word, no one would give them attention because it was something not new. Okay, now, like I said, in our case with this client of mine, he really actually created a new strategy, a new software that actually was something totally new that no one never did in the past. But even if it not was a new strategy, we could still actually make this strategy like something new, reframing in a different way. Okay, like this tripwire example. Now, before to explain you the marketing message that we used, we have to go to the second principle. Because we made the second principle itself as our marketing message. What I mean? I mean that actually our second principle that every business should apply when it launches something is to create as much trust as possible. Because if the people, they don't trust you, they don't give you money, okay? The only reason why people pay you is because they trust that actually you can bring them the result that you promise. So to create trust, we decided to do it in two ways. The first way is actually to collect as many testimonials as possible for this particular software, and I will explain you now what it means. We actually collect some beta tester like them, and we decided actually to give to the people the chance to try the software for free, to give a free trial, and this was actually our lead magnet, we can say, before to buy it. Now, what we did exactly, because for him the software was working extremely well and that the people could really make a lot of money with the software, we decided actually to create a proof so strong that for the people was impossible to not believe to him. So we actually sent an email to his list and select 30 people, okay, as beta tester for our software, because our idea was actually to make them try this software for free, cover their loss, so they actually could try the software without risking nothing. And okay, the only thing that they give us in exchange was a testimonial about, hey, I tried this software really works well. I did X amount of money with this software. So how we did specifically, we actually give them the free trial, say them that actually they had no risk because we could actually refund all their loss, ask the testimonials and become ambassador of this software, so that actually they had to spread the word and say that hey, the software really works, of course only if they had result, and they had the chance to buy this software later with a percentage off. So they had all this advantage, and we had advantage too. And that's actually is what became our big idea, our marketing message. Because the big idea, what is it? The big idea is how you attract the attention of the customer with something that they never heard. And our message in this case was, hey, we actually chose 30 random people and gave them the chance to try our software for free, and they did almost $100,000 in 1 month. All our communication was around this, in our ads, in our opt-in page, in our webinar, etc. That was our big idea. And with this super incredible strong proof, for the people it was really, really hard to not buy. That's why another important principle is actually to have something that really works. Because it's really, really hard to build a long-term successful business if what you sell sucks, if what you sell does not bring a result to the client. The result to your client should be your obsession. Your first talks when you wake up should be the result of the client. You should live to bring a result to your client. That's my philosophy, and that is the philosophy that help you to actually build a successful business. And that's why actually we had this result. Not only because we created an amazing marketing strategy, as I'm explaining you, but because the software was really working. So the trust that we created, that is the second principle, became our big idea. So all our actually marketing communication, all our funnel was around actually these 30 people that made almost $100,000 in 1 month.
Now here I wrote beta tester like that. What it means that actually we selected different beta testers with different backgrounds, for example, plumbers
or engineers, in general, with a different age, with a different situation, because we gave to the people the chance actually to see themselves in our beta tester. Because hey, if he did it, okay, with no experience, with no knowledge, etc., I can do it too. Okay, we selected this beta tester with one single principle: make our testimonial more different as possible. We tried actually to differentiate our testimonial as much as possible to give to the people the chance to see themselves in our testimonial. Okay, let's go now to the third principle. The third principle that you should apply to every launch is actually to create an irresistible offer. What they get. So first, the first element to create an irresistible offer is actually the promise. What's your promise? In our case, actually was to create a second passive income, okay, with almost no risk. You cannot say no risk because it's not legal and Facebook will immediately ban you, but with no risk, with little risk, okay? And we actually explain what was the risk because we show how much money our beta tester invested to get the result that they get, okay? Perfect. So the second product service that they get, in our case, was this software. With this unique mechanism. Important to create curiosity, you have to explain why your product or service is different. To do this, actually, you need a unique mechanism. Now, what is it, a unique mechanism? It's the reason why your product service is different from everything else. And it's the reason why this time they will have the result. It's this reason why in the past they failed and this time they will have the result. Because this time they will have this unique mechanism. In our case, our unique mechanism was the algorithm behind this software. And we explained how it works, why it was different, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so this software was unique because it had this algorithm, and we give them all the proof and all the reason why this algorithm was different. We demonstrate why this algorithm is different from everything else, okay? The naming, we called actually this software My Cash Machine. Now, very important, the name of your product or service should immediately make them understand what's the main benefit that they will receive. Okay, this actually was the image that we decided to create in our prospect mind, okay? You have to do the same. Let's say that you are selling a fitness course, okay? You have actually to create a six-pack, six-week blueprint, okay? That's actually is the name that you should give to your offer. Something that makes them immediately understand the benefit that your customer will receive buying your product. Now, the guarantee, we created actually a conditional guarantee. What it means, if the client demonstrates that he used properly this software and he didn't actually achieve a specific result, that in our case was a specific percentage of profit in 6 months, he could actually get a full refund. That was the conditional guarantee. Scarcity, limited license. We give a really strong reason why there was a limited number of licenses for this product. So not everyone could buy this software, okay? Important, a mistake that I see very often is actually create scarcity without giving them a reasonable reason why. Like, hey, only 10 spots available, without saying why. If you don't give them a reason why only 10 spots available, the people will never believe you, okay? So give them always a reason why. Urgency, of course, we actually did a launch with a strictly deadline, giving them a reason why, and we create urgency with this early buyer bonus. What it means that if you buy now, if you are in the first 10, 20 people that buy, okay, you receive this special bonus in addition. The pricing, okay, actually our strategy was actually to make the most expensive package as the package with the best value. How we did? We created actually 3 different packages. package, okay? Software only, premium and elite. So in general, the principle is actually to make the first option and the third option not convenient at all, okay? To actually bring the attention of the people in the middle offer, okay? But in this specific case, we decided actually to do this test and give the best value in the elite package, okay, the package of $6,800, because we felt that the offer was so good that probably the people would spend actually this money, and that's actually what happened. So for new client, these are the prices.
For the old clients, we actually created different prices. So like, hey, because you are a ready client, you can buy this new software with the discount.
And for both of them, they could access to the payment plans. For the payment plans, actually, there was an agreement with, let's say, a financial institute that actually could give them payment plans based on their credit score, okay? And in case actually their credit score was too bad, there was the chance actually to create a private payment plan. So that was the pricing. Now, I just explained you the first three principles, okay? So the principle of create novelty, curiosity, the principle of trust, the principle of create an irresistible offer. Now let's see actually the launch strategy. The launch strategy is divided in 4 phases. So in the phase 1, we first decided to do an internal launch to test the offer before to spend a crazy amount of money, okay, in ads, okay? We first want to validate our offer on our current client, because if our current client will not buy the new offer, almost for sure, even new client, it will not buy too. So what we did, first we create a first email sequence, okay? The first email sequence, we start to sell email to our list, okay? And say, hey, something new is coming, okay? This new product, this new software that actually that works in this different way and that will give you this result. Subscribe to our Facebook group to be in the waiting list. The purpose of this group was actually to create hype and desire to buy our product service before that was available. When we created this waiting list, okay, in meantime, the beta tester, they were trying the product and getting results. And so in this waiting list, they were receiving the result of our beta tester, okay, like, hey, today I did $3,000, hey, I did $2,000 investing 200, okay, and this actually was creating them desire. The people actually, they will start to ask to buy, hey, but when it will be available, when I can buy, when actually you will present this product. And that's actually was the first phrase. So create desire, create hype. Okay, oh, can't wait to buy this stuff. Now, after that, we collected enough testimonials, enough results from our beta tester, we decided to launch to the internal list. What we did, we start to send email only to the people that already bought something. And we sent email saying, hey, on this date, I will present this new revolutionary software that will allow you to get this result, and that already allowed to these 30 people to get almost $100,000. Click here if you don't believe me to check the result. They click, they arrive on the opt-in page, and the opt-in page actually was all around these 30 people. How was structured the opt-in page? There was a headline that now I will show you. And the video says letter where we will creating hype for this launch. Now I cannot explain how to create a very strong business letter because I should spend 1 hour more only for this. So after the business letter, form that where we ask name, email, and phone number, call to action, video testimonial of these people that get this result, call to action. The headline, that was the headline, okay? Revelation from the 4-time World Trading Champion. I took 30 random people, made them earn $97,000 in 29 days, starting with only $100 each. That was the headline. We tested many different headlines, okay? I'm actually reporting you the best. After the opt-in page, they arrive in the thank you page. In the thank you page, there is the call to action that send them to the same Facebook group, Telegram group, even a Telegram group, to create hype, okay? Because in this, actually in this waiting list, anyway, we will still creating hype with the case result, what you will learn in the webinar, blah, 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 blah. Now, after the thank you page, okay, retargeting ads and follow-up email before the event. Hey, that's what you will learn in this event. Hey, look at all the results that all these people are getting. Hey, that's you will learn in this webinar, okay? So every day they will receive at least 1 email to remind them about the webinar, okay? Day of the webinar. Now, I cannot explain step by step how to create a webinar for the same reason that I said before. At the end of the webinar, there was the Q&A. So if you had actually objection, the people could write in chat in live their objection. Now, the call to action for the webinar was, hey, there are only X spots available. If you want to save actually your spot, pay now $1,000, okay, pay now $1,000, and later actually you will talk with the team to choose the best offer for you. Okay, in case for some reason you don't want to buy anymore, you will get a refund of this $1,000. So, because actually it was hard for the people to choose alone the best offer for them, and because actually we want to get as much as possible from this high created in the webinar, we decided to say to them, hey, you don't have to choose now. Save only your spot for this offer, paying now with your credit card $1,000, and you will talk with the sales team later. That's it. Okay, and what happened? That actually after this webinar, we did retargeting ads on Facebook actually to make them buy, follow-up email to the people that actually were in the webinar and they didn't participate in the webinar. Of course, there was always the call to action to show them the replay. And of course, after that, they could in any moment talk with the sales team. That was the phase one, the internal launch. Now, let's go to the phase two. We did the big launch with the ads. Okay, how we did? First, we did actually Facebook ads and YouTube ads. That's actually are the angle that we use.
So the first angle was like me, like founders, engineers, workers.
What I said at the beginning, I said that actually we collected this beta tester to make them as more different as possible. Like, hey, I'm a plumber, I'm 40 years old, and I get this result. Imagine that some plumbers that are watching this ad, they will say, oh, but it's me, I'm a plumber too, so I can get this result too. So the angle that we use is like me, okay?
The dream, we show within the ads their dream, like already many years you want to go to Maldives, but you can't. That's how you can do it, okay?
Enemy, the broker, are you tired actually to make the broker steal your money? Because actually the broker, they earn only on your loss. So the broker is an enemy. We use this hate for the broker as leverage to sell our product or service. And we use the angle of simple solution. Hey, this is almost automatic software. You don't need to know trading, technical analysis, all this stuff. These were actually the main angles. We did Facebook ads and YouTube ads, okay? Opt-in page, that it's the same that I showed you before. Thank you page with the same principle, okay? The thank you page, there was a call to action that send them in the Facebook group, in the Telegram group. So in this way, before the webinar, we can create hype, we can send them cases of our student, okay, or our student that are having a result here, okay? After that, actually, email follow-up and the retargeting ads before the webinar to remind them every day of the webinar. And here, actually, we did a 3 days webinar, okay? Why we did this 3 days webinar? To give them actually more chance to buy.
If, for example, they decided to buy,
The day one, they had actually a better offer compared to the day two. Okay, and if they bought to the day two, they had a better offer compared to the day three. Okay, so that's actually to make them buy as soon as possible. And here the same principle. Okay, webinar. Okay, after the webinar, final Q&A where the people could write their question. Okay, they could at the end of the webinar, like I said before, secure the offer with 1,000. Okay, paying 1,000 by themselves with the credit card, and later they could talk with the sales team to actually choose
the best option for them.
which package do you want, basic, the middle one, or the most expensive one. Okay, so 3 days webinar. Of course, after the first days, we sent email with the replica of the first day. Okay. By the way, super important. We say that only the people that arrive at the end of the webinar, they could have the free trial of this product with the email that we sent before the webinar. Okay. We always said, hey, if you join to the webinar and you arrive at the end, you can have access to the free trial of this software. So we gave them not only the free trial, but in this way, we increase a lot the chance that the people would arrive at the end of the webinar. We did this in the internal launch too. Okay, and we did this for each day of the webinar. So at the end of day one, they had the chance to try for free the software.
Same for day two, same for day three, okay?
After day two, we sent email to remind them, hey, tomorrow, don't lose the chance to actually try for free software, and that's what you will discover, plus the replica of the previous days. And at the end of the day three, actually, we start to do a follow-up email and the retargeting ads to remind them the deadline of the offer. The offer will expire in this date. That's what you will lose in case you will not buy. Look actually at all the results that these people get in just few days. So that was the phase two, okay? Now, before to analyze the last two phases, let's see a little bit of KPI, what we did here. So KPI of phase one plus phase two. We did 309 sales in total with an average order value of $5,500. And in total, actually, we did $1.7 million in sales in 1 month of launch. Okay? And here you can see a few seconds when we were discussing about this result after this launch.
Molto bene il lancio sugli studenti, quindi sì, se incasiamo tutto, sarebbe 1.700.000.
Grande, grandissimo, grande. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Ora ti puoi fare la vacanza alle Maldive.
Infatti me la farò.
Now, let's go actually to the phase three. The phase three is pretty simple. We launch again after 1 month, okay? So we did this relaunch, okay, on all the people that were in his email list, excluding the people that already bought this new offer, this vacation machine. And these people were old clients, leads, and new leads that we collected with the ads that we done in the phase two. Now, we did the same exactly process as phase one, only on internal list. So we did exactly this. Email, opt-in, thank you page. Of course, we changed a little bit the opt-in page. Why? Because in the opt-in page, we gave them a strong reason about why we are launching again, okay? Because the people said, hey, but you said before that you would never launch again this offer. Now why you are launching again? And here it's super important to give them a really believable reason why. Otherwise, they will not believe you anymore. In this case, actually, the reason why that we give them was actually that we had so many people that were asking to buy that we decided, hey, listen, we decided actually to open 100 or 50 new spot. So in case you didn't have the chance to buy before, you can do now. Of course, the offer was less convenient than the first one, but was still a really good offer. Prices were the same. And actually the goal was actually to monetize latecomers and undecided people. So that's actually is the phase 3, okay? Super simple in terms of concept. To do it's a little bit more complicated. And the phase 4, probably my favorite, because actually what we did here, we decided actually to monetize client that bought my cash machine. So this phase was only for client that bought this new offer. So the goal in this case was actually to monetize the people that want a premium service. How? With a done for you offer, with a done for you service. And what we said, hey, listen, like I said, this software, it's really easy to use. You need only actually to follow my step-by-step instruction, but you want to be sure that you will have the best result, of course, in terms of profit, in terms of money. We can do everything for you. You can actually allow us to manage the settings of this software for you. So in this case, you don't need to do nothing. You need only to pay 5K more in addition to what you paid. By the way, there were different package. The minimum was 5K to add to what they paid before. And after 6 months, okay, you have only to send us the 20% of profit that you will receive. That's it. And even in this case, actually, we give them 2 guarantees. The first guarantee was, hey, listen, if you don't have at least 20K of profit in 6 months, okay, the team will work for free until you will not achieve the result, okay? And the second guarantee was, okay, in any moment, in case you are not satisfied of this done for you service, okay, you can get a full refund and we will actually refund the difference. What it means? Let's say if you paid in total for this upsell $10,000, okay, and after 2 months you did $3,000 profit, okay, we will refund you $7,000 and that's it. That actually was the last phase. And now let's see a little bit of KPI for the phase 3 and the phase 4, so from relaunch and upsell. In total, there were 85 sales, okay. The average order value in this case was around $7,000 and the total was $600,000. And now let's see actually the final KPI. So in total, we did $2.3 million in sales, okay. $1.7 million phase 1 plus phase 2 plus
600,000.
that comes from phase 3 plus phase 4. Total ad spend was 150K, okay, and the percentage to the sales team was $230,000. So the profit from this launch was $1,920,000. That is actually everything that we did from this launch. Now, if you are a business owner in this niche, trading, financial investment, etc., and you want to understand how you can get this kind of result, click on the link below and fill a short form to talk with my team. Bye.